Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, we are doing a breakdown of my nogi roll, open roll that I had with my buddy Andy. This was back when I was up at Logic. I believe it was Worlds of this year. I went to visit California and I decided to get a bunch of rolls in, and I forgot to upload this one. I know I've kind of not uploaded a video in a long time. I've been studying for some cybersecurity certifications, so that took precedent, but I decided I'm going to start uploading a few videos of mine before IBJJF Crown. So this is going to be one of them. So let's get into the video. So, before we begin, this physique right here, all natural. You know, I know a lot of people hit masters and automatically get on that acai and Jesus, but there is no bamba in anywhere surrounding me. It's all natural. So for those of you who don't believe that, well, I guess it is what it is, I guess. So right here, there are going to be a few things that I do in this video that I'm not going to do in competition. I'm actually testing out my timing. So right here, I go for a single and I spin around to Andy's back. I'm able to kind of keep the control here and then take him back down and then immediately start trying to attack the back. So Andy's going to do a good job here of keeping an elbow knee or elbow thigh connection. So if we get into the video right here and we pause it, this elbow thigh is going to prevent my knee from coming in and also prevent me from making space with my arm. So what I'm going to end up doing is kind of just forcing his back down to the mat to get him into a side control position. So I'm controlling his arms here, trying to make sure that I can get my knee in there. I'm not going to be able to do so. So I immediately start to switch to attack the arm, and Andy goes for the side control, giving me the space I need to kind of work in this position. Now, Andy's going to actually be getting out of this position by keeping a nice frame and bringing his left leg over the top, and we're immediately going to stand up. So right here, he shoots for a single, and I'm trying to get the my timing on the guillotine here. What I want to do now is free my right leg and get it into the mount position and kind of get the mount, so that way if I lose the guillotine, I can keep the mount. Now, right here, I'm going to switch to head and arm control. And I've been watching a lot of Rafa Mendes, the Anaconda masterclass that he has. And there's a lot of things that I picked up from there that I'm going to be implementing in this video. And I'll talk about that in a little bit. Right here, I try to go for the rolling Anaconda. I'm not able to get it. And I try to spin to the back, but I get super greedy. So you can see Andy's got a deep bite behind my knee. So what I decided to do is, instead of like sprawling out, which is what you should do, which is what I would do in competition, I decide to take my left arm and try to swing it around his head and connect it to my right arm. You can kind of see my fingers right here. I'm trying to connect it to my right arm to go for an attack on the neck while he tries to spin up for the single leg. But I'm not able to lock it up, and Andy's going to switch to the double. And the wall was right there, but Andy definitely got that. That's definitely going to be a takedown for him. He would have taken me down had there been no wall, but we just decided to reset because, you know, the wall was right there. But that definitely goes to Andy. That was definitely going to be a takedown. So you can see that what I'm doing is I'm taking a super square stance. This is not what I would be doing in competition. What I want is for Andy to take the bait and shoot in on my leg so I can work on my counterattacking. Now, like I said, I've been watching the Rafa Mendes masterclass on the Anaconda, and in that masterclass, he said,
so then I began to develop this strength in my game where I became very good counter-attacking a takedown. So you can see when you watch ADCC, you can watch my nogi sparrings where I'm pretty much giving my opponents the chance to shoot a single leg or a double leg because I trust the position. I trust that I can be more effective than my opponent. I trust that my ability to control the head and end up locking the Anaconda choke is better than my opponent's ability to finish the takedown.
So that's kind of what I wanted to implement when I was going for this timing. So right here, he starts to set up some nice foot sweeps, and right here I'm going to try to like get this arm, and I'm trying to get a 2-on-1, try to spin my way to the back and try to take him down like I did last time. But what's going to happen here is I'm going to overcommit, and I'm going to be in a very precarious position. So right here, I start to circle around to the back. He's going to square up, and in doing so, I kind of get into a bad position. So you can already tell what's going to happen here. This is Judo throw 101. This leg is going to come through, and he's controlling my arm and scooping it under here, and also controlling the top. So my upper half is pretty much spinning like a top, and all he needs to do now is just put the leg in front, which is exactly what he does to trip me and get the takedown. So again, I'm not familiar with all of the judo throws and all of the Japanese names for the judo throws. So my judo guys in the comments, please let me know what type of throw that was. But again, it automatically puts him in a 5-point move. So 2 for the takedown, 3 for the side control. And that's why I've been implementing a lot of judo into my game, just because if you hit a good throw and you land in a dominant position as a top player, that's going to get this would have given me, if I had been the top player, this would have given me 5 points, and then I would have been in an awesome position to start attacking. Now here is a chance for me to work. Again, I'm not playing my A game. I'm working on my timing, and I obviously mistimed that and just was in a poor position. But my left hand comes under, and Andy's giving me a lot of space. You can kind of see like, it's hard to see here, but there's like a lot of space here. There's like a lot of space in between this area here. So what I'm going to end up doing is just utilizing my small stature and using that space to my advantage, trying to get out of this position. So I immediately get to a turtle position, and I'm very comfortable in turtle. I spent a lot of time as a white and blue belt admiring Eduardo Tellez. So I played a lot of turtle game until I realized that that's not going to be a viable option for me, but it also helped me not lose my cool when I'm getting my back taken. So you can see I'm already doing some back maintenance here. So Andy is controlling my left arm here and going straight for the neck for the choke, but I'm tilting my head. It's very subtle, but I'm tilting my head to the mat because I want my head to be in between. I don't want his head to be on this side to keep me from getting my head to the mat, because when my head gets to the mat, my shoulders are going to be able to kind of slide through this space right here. I'm immediately taking a couple seconds as he starts to set this up. Now, this is kind of a timing thing. You have to be very confident that you're going to be able to survive the rear naked choke position here. So I took my right hand away from my neck to defend this arm, to grab this foot and make sure that this knee can go over the top to kind of make sure that he doesn't score the back position. So now it comes up. Now my right arm comes up to defend the neck. And right here is another thing that I did. When he rolls me to the opposite side, I make sure that I get my body as close to flat on the mat as possible. You can see that he's still controlling my hand here, but this leg is no longer a hook, and he just has this one hook. So what I'm going to do with my feet is that I'm going to take my right foot and I'm going to hook here, clear this hook, and then get this leg over the top. So let's watch that in real time. So there, hook the foot, escape, and now I'm back to my knees, but you can see that Andy's head is out of position here. He has no hooks anymore. He never had the hooks, so that would just have been an advantage in competition. And I'm in a good position to get out here. So right here, so Andy's got control of my arm, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that control and start moving my arm into this negative space here, and my right arm is around the back. So that way I'm going to be able to slow him down, and he's not going to be able to turn around and square up with me, which is going to play into my advantage here. So I immediately get to the back, and I'm going to step over, and right here, I'm going to pause. You can see that almost simultaneously, when my right leg goes in for the first hook, my right arm is coming around the neck, and I'm going to use this hand to connect and get the rear naked choke position. My left leg is kind of secondary. It's going to come in and become the second hook after I secure the position. So right here, secure the position, get a nice bite for the rear naked choke, and get the tap for the finish. So we are going to reset. And there's about 2 minutes left. So again, I would never lead like this in competition. I don't play reactive when it's competition, but I need to work on my timing. I'm trying to get very good at counterattacking and attacking the neck area when people shoot in. Like Rafa said earlier in the video, he doesn't like to shoot takedowns. He likes to work on his counterattacking. So me trying to emulate Rafa very poorly, I should say, that's what I was working on in this video too. So some of the stuff that I'm doing here is not what I would do in competition. I would most likely go after the takedown, because generally in competition, the person is going to be the same weight as me. So I'm not really worried about the person being a bigger quote unquote person than me. So you can see here, I'm kind of trying to bait him to take this single leg by leading my foot forward and kind of not really defending. Now I'm also keeping this hand kind of low, because I want it to, when he shoots in, when he changes levels to shoot in, this hand is going to go around the neck, and this one is going to connect, so I can start attacking the neck as he shoots in. But again, I'm trying to work on timing, and you can see here my timing was off. He got a very good bite on the leg here, and immediately I'm trying to attack the neck. Instead, well, in competition, what I would be doing is driving my weight in and trying to pull this leg back out and stomp it to the ground so he can't pick up the single. But there's no fun in that. So he's going to get the knee tap and immediately get the takedown. And I'm immediately going to start coming back up. Now, again, the wall is kind of in the way. So I'm going to immediately shoot my double. He's going to sprawl. I'm going to try to peek out, not going to get it. And now Andy has taken me over, scoring the 2 points for the takedown once again. So now that Andy's in the top position here, I'm playing kind of a bad half guard. You can see I'm kind of on my back. But Andy's also giving me a lot of space here. When the camera starts to pan, you can kind of see what I'm talking about here. So I'm just remaining calm. I've got, no pressure really on my face. He's doing chest-to-chest pressure, but then he alleviates the pressure to drive in. So this is the space that I'm talking about. As a smaller person, this is all the space I need right here to work. So what's going to end up happening is that I'm going to bring this foot in and around to become a butterfly hook. I'm going to elevate him up and start to make space and get out of this position. So again, I'm not really fighting the upper half here. I'm kind of just waiting to see what he's going to give me. He made that hand movement because somebody was trying to coach him and he was like, I got it. So right here, I end up with the double butterflies, and I'm just going to elevate him enough to get under him and start my leg entanglements. So right here, Andy tries to square back up. I immediately start attacking the K-guard backside 50-50 position. Now you can see where I'm going with this. It's going to be heel hook city. So I'm controlling here. I'm biting. I'm controlling his ankle here, which basically only allows Andy to do a back step with his left foot here to the backside here, and that's going to kind of expose the heel and give me the heel hook finish that I am looking for. So right here, he back steps. I immediately take his right foot and drive it over to my right side. And, I could have done a better job of defending my feet here, but I wasn't too worried. I think I had a pretty fast bite here. So I immediately sit up, get the heel hook, and that is all she wrote. So again, we reset once again, and I'm just kind of leading with this foot because I want him to attack it so I can kind of attack the neck and work on my timing. So right here, Andy shoots. And this was a weird spot for me because I wanted to attack the neck, which is what I was working, the counterattacking, the Anaconda Rafa masterclass, but also the back is like completely open. So I was kind of in this weird limbo where I wanted to go for both things at once, and I end up in this weird position. What I end up doing is that I abandon the head and just go for the back position, get my first hook in, get my second hook in, roll him to his side, and immediately start attacking the seatbelt position. So unfortunately for us, time is going to end up running out, so I'm not going to be able to get the finish here, but I start to transition to the mount, and then that is all she wrote for the roll. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. It truly means more than you know. I'm going to be uploading a few more of my rolls that I had in California when I went to go visit earlier this year. And will hopefully take us all the way through IBJJF Crown, which is going to be November 17th. And then I'll upload some of those videos, and I'm back on the video making train. So I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.